Hi, I'm Steve Becker. I'm a licensed clinical social worker in Westfield, New Jersey in private practice. I've written a book called The Inner World of the Psychopath, a definitive primer on the psychopathic personality, and I have a long-standing interest and expertise in writing about and working with psychopathic, sociopathic disorders. This is the third of a series of short videos that I'm going to be making. Well, two of them I've made. This is the third of many, excuse me, of many more to come. The purpose of my videos is to inform a lay audience about psychopathy or sociopathy, which is the condition that psychopaths and sociopaths exhibit. I'd like to really speak in clear, lucid language and really simplify what can be, I think, a needlessly complicated subject. I think my videos are all pretty evidently unpolished. I hope in a better sense of what unpolished means. I don't script my videos, and so consequently. You'll see that you'll see evidence of that. They are somewhat structured, but not highly scripted. And they all sort of layer upon each other because I think that reinforcing some very, very basic notions about who psychopaths are. I make no differentiation between psychopaths and sociopaths. They denote the same individual, as I stress in each video, but there's, I think, usefully, some reinforcement from video to video, some very, very basic points. In this video, and I'd like to keep them real short and very digestible, I just want to talk generally a bit about psychopaths and who they are, and as I've alluded to in prior videos, really what sort of differentiates them from non-psychopaths, what we mean when we call somebody a psychopath, and what we mean when we call somebody a psychopath at the end of the day is somebody who has an incapacitated conscience that really ultimately distinguishes psychopaths from non-psychopaths. When individuals have incapacitated consciences, that leads to some extremely chilling, disturbing attitudes and behaviors. As I have blogged on my blog, Unmasking the Psychopath, which I invite you to check out, an incapacitated conscience leads to shamelessness, to shameless audacity, with respect to violating others' needs, their boundaries, their safety, their dignity. So again, incapacitated conscience leads to shamelessness. It leads to a missing sense of responsibility and accountability to others. It leads to a incapacitated compassion, empathy, but more important than empathy, I would say compassion. I think that a lack of compassion is really an underappreciated aspect of the psychopath's violating mentality, and that is, again, what really captures the essence of the psychopathic individual. The psychopath is somebody who violates others, exploits others, who goes after and seizes and targets what he or she wants with, as I stress from video to video, with a really chilling disinterest and lack of compassion for the harm that he or she causes others as he or she targets and seizes his or her gratifications. The lack of remorse that is, strikingly associated with psychopathy derives from, again, an incapacitated conscience. I think it's worth noting that psychopaths possess most of the same capacities that non-psychopaths possess. Psychopaths, this is why it can be very difficult to really identify or bust a psychopathic personality, because in most respects, they seem like the rest of us, or they seem like non-psychopaths. They can be and they can act like non-psychopaths act. So the interesting thing that really distinguishes psychopaths from non-psychopaths are not the many, many capacities that they share in common with non-psychopaths, but the singular, exceptional capacity that they do not share in common with non-psychopaths. Psychopaths possess a capacity or an incapacity, a single capacity or incapacity that non-psychopaths lack, and that is specifically the capacity or incapacity to violate others, to transgress others' safety, dignity, boundaries, knowingly, in a harmful way, in a very harmful way, strictly with an aim towards fulfilling his or her own gratification, and can do so unconscionably, without losing sleep, with a gross lack of internal conflict, and without those rumblings of internal disquiet when we know that we've or are contemplating taking something from somebody, hurting somebody, or have actually done it. Psychopaths contemplate these kinds of transgressions, and even in the aftermath of having perpetrated them, they really lack. They blatantly lack that inner disquiet. So this is where we're going to leave this particular video. I hope that you'll check out my future videos, of which there should be many more to come. Thanks very much.